The Syrian army has made fresh gains against terrorist groups in the flashpoint city of Zabadani and Latakia province. Army units backed by Lebanese resistance fighters killed at least 20 terrorists who were trying to flee Zabadani near the Lebanese border. Military sources say most of the victims were members of the al-Qaeda-linked Nusra Front. The army also intensified airstrikes in Latakia province in order to cut the terrorist supply lines close to the Turkey's borders. It says 5 villages and hilltops have been liberated in the coastal province. Syrian armed forces also killed members of the ISIL terrorist group who were surrounding an Air Force academy in the northeastern Raqqah province. There were also airstrikes against the terrorist positions in Homs and Idlib provinces. Press News correspondent Muhammad Ali says Zabadani is the last stronghold of the terrorists near the Lebanese border, and that the liberation of the strategic city would be a decisive breakthrough for the Syrian army.
Al-Zabadani is almost the last stronghold. It is a town 45 kilometers north of the Syrian capital, Damascus. This is the last area where militants are now positioned. The Syrian army and Hezbollah have been carrying out military operations there for over 2 weeks and advancing every couple of 2 days. Just this morning, the Syrian army and Hezbollah were able to take more ground inside the city of Al-Zabadani and around it, particularly an area called Darb al-Sham and a hill called Baqain. This is a high ground there, and of course, the more there is high ground under control of the Syrian army, the more it is easy for them to target the hirats of the militants inside Al-Zabadani itself. Now, many experts believe that it is only a matter of time until the Syrian army and Hezbollah free Al-Zabadani of foreign-backed militants completely, and thus the entire borderline between Syria and Lebanon. And this is a very important point. The strategic importance is that thus the Syrian army and Hezbollah would be able to completely cut a major supply line that militants have been using, which is Lebanon, for infiltrating and smuggling in weapons into Syria. And the Syrian government has time and again said that the main factor for ending the Syrian unrest is cutting the supply lines of militants and cutting the support that they're getting from various regional and Western countries, particularly, of course, states that are neighboring Syria, where militants are coming from, particularly, of course, Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan, and Iraq.